afternoon and welcome into the Johnny Bergoli Memorial Gymnasium on the campus of Gardiner Area High School for today's Class B matchup as the Ellsworth Eagles travel into Gardiner to take on the Tigers. Hello everybody, I'm Chris Wheeler. Evan Grady on the call for play-by-play as we welcome in here for senior night activities, and we will be bringing that up to you in just a few moments as they get out here onto the court. A little bit of info coming into this game. Ellsworth sitting at 10th with a 6-4 record, and Gardner coming into today's matchup sitting at 9th. So a pretty solid matchup, and here we go for senior night. And just a heads up to all you folks at home, this part of this section might be a little bit muted due to copyright issues, as you may be able to hear it on your side of the screen. Taking a look at the huddle right there, the Tigers. We're going to bring Nate Stubbard up here in just a few moments as we get ready for senior night activities here on Muncie Media Sports.
Turn the volume down a little bit, the master. Oh. The microphone volume on the left, up top, all the way over to, there you go, thanks.
Give him a little time.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Gardiner Area High School for tonight's senior volleyball match. Before we get started, I would like to introduce the seniors from Ellsworth High School. Number 14, Ava Van Dorn. Number 16, Brooke Geary. Number 11, Olivia Harmon. Number 5, Allie Naleski. Number 17, Charlie Weaver. Number 4, Shay Carter. And number 6, Sarah Mosley. And now for your Gardiner Area High School senior volleyball players. The first senior I'd like to recognize is Adia Dahl. Adia is a first-year member of the volleyball team here at Gardiner. Adia would like to thank her parents, friends, and coaches for supporting her. Adia's favorite memory as a Gardiner Tiger was experiencing the high-spirited energy and team bonding that took place throughout the season. Adia has plans to go to college to become a nurse specializing in labor and delivery. Adia is joined tonight by her parents, sister, other family members, and teacher, Mr. Jenkins, who has always been a friendly face in school. Hey, oh. Don't forget Mr. Jenkins. All right, I gotta get back in place. It was way too loud. The next senior I'd like to recognize is Nora Knowlton. Nora is also a first-year member of the volleyball team here at Gardiner. Nora would like to thank her teammates for helping her learn the sport of volleyball and giving her confidence she needed to pick up the sport and play for the first time her senior year. She would also like to thank Coach Tiff for giving her a chance and teaching her, even though she had never played before. Nora's favorite memory as a Gardiner Tiger was the Team Spirit Week and trying to get extra points for the senior class by wearing the Tiger mascot suit to practice. Nora has plans to attend a four-year college after high school. Nora is joined tonight by her mom, Kim, grandmother, Gloria, and teacher, Mrs. Collins, who has always believed in her and made her laugh even when she didn't want to. The next senior I'd like to recognize is Lily Belanger. Lily is a four-year member of the volleyball team here at Gardiner. Lily would like to thank both of her parents for pushing her to be the best she can be and do the best that she can in all of her endeavors, no matter what. Thank you for supporting me and encouraging me to reach all of my dreams with some hard work. Lily's favorite memory as a Gardiner Tiger was singing at the top of their lungs from away games, singing "Before He Cheats" by Carrie Underwood. Lily has plans to attend the University of Maine in the fall to study construction engineering technology. Lily is joined tonight by her mother, Hillary Belanger, brother, Nicholas Belanger, and teacher, Mr. Anderson, who has helped guide Lily on her career path as an engineer. The next senior I'd like to recognize is Nevaeh Frith. Nevaeh is a four-year member of the volleyball team here at Gardiner. Nevaeh would like to thank her friends and family for all of their support. Nevaeh's favorite memory as a Gardiner Tiger was the bus rides home. Nevaeh has plans to go to school for nursing after high school. Joining Nevaeh tonight are her parents, BJ and Dawn Frith, and teacher, Mrs. DeSoto, for always supporting and encouraging her to do her best. I don't know. The next senior I'd like to recognize is Megan Carver. Megan is a three-year member of the volleyball team here at Gardiner. Megan would like to thank her family for always being there at games to support her. She would also like to thank her teammates for becoming like a family, and Danica for always being there to lift her up when she got down, and Kaylee for everything she has done to make it possible to play this year. Megan's favorite memory as a Gardiner Tiger was going to States and creating forever friendships. Megan has plans to go to college for athletic training after high school. Megan is joined tonight by her mother and father, her three sisters, her three brothers, and teacher, Mr. Averill, who has always been there for her, supporting her in and out of school. The last senior I'd like to recognize is Yana Montel. Yana is a 4-year member of the volleyball team here at Gardiner. Yana would like to thank her older sister, Juliana, for her inspiring her to play volleyball and supporting her through her years of playing. She would also like to thank her mother for sitting through long hours of volleyball tournaments and practices, and Coach Tiff for pushing her to be her best self on and off the court. Yana's favorite memory as a Gardiner Tiger was playing in the state championship last year, and all of the food and treats and that lovely parents gave us for the ride there. Yana has plans to pursue an associate's degree after high school. Yana is joined tonight by her mother, Susan, older sister, Juliana, and teacher, Holly Jordan, who has been a pillar of support for Yana ever since she entered the Boys and Girls Club in 6th grade. Thank you for all of your unwavering influence, and thank you for not just being my boss, but a second mother and close friend. Congratulations to all of the seniors, and thank you for all of your time and dedication to Gardiner Volleyball. And good luck to all of you in all of your future endeavors. Thank you very much.
Well, you heard it there.
Now I will hand the microphone over to the voice of the Gardiner Tigers, Mr. Josh Jenkins.
And we're going to send it down to Mr. Jenkins for the starters.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Bergoli Memorial Gym for tonight's senior volleyball matchup between the visiting Eagles of Ellsworth High School and your Gardiner Tigers. I ask that everyone please display good sportsmanship at all times while in attendance at tonight's game. Anyone who is heckling officials or outwardly complaining about officials' calls, yelling at opposing players, fans, spectators, or otherwise displaying poor sportsmanship may be asked to leave immediately. Please let the players play, the coaches coach, and the officials officiate. Thank you. And at this time, I'd like to introduce the starters for the visiting Ellsworth Eagles. Number 14, Ava Van Dorn. Number 3, Brielle Grindle. Number 16, Brooke Puri. Number 11, Olivia Harmon. Number 13, Lauren Young. Number 18, Sophie Beal. And number 23, Jocelyn Scully. Ellsworth is coached by John Dyer and assisted by Allie Dorr, Valerie Dyer, and Callie Harmon. And now, the starters for your Gardiner Tigers! Number 15, Lila Anderson. Number 16, Danica Martin. Number 35, Cam Chadbourne. Number 20, Nora Knowlton. Number 34, Julie Folsom. Number 14, Megan Carver. And number 10, Yana Montel. Gardiner is coached by Tiffany Ouellette and assisted by Emily Benetti. The officials for tonight's game are Ms. Cindy Barkle and Mr. John West. At this time, would you all please stand and remove your hats for the playing, singing of our national anthem, performed by Gardiner graduate Maddie, who are you? Maddie Inman.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's
awesome rendition there by Gardner graduate from last year's state championship team, Maddie Inman. As we get ready here. You're gonna see Lisa Palmer down there. Lisa Palmer and Matt Colvin on the corners with the flags here for tonight's Class B matchup between the Ellsworth Eagles and the senior laden Gardner Tigers.
Both teams now coming out, getting onto the court, getting ready.
And as we just said, Gardner coming back. We were thinking it was going to be a rebuild year this year, but definitely not, as we have seven returning players from last year's state championship team, where they went on and played Yarmouth, and unfortunately it would be 3 sets to 1 in the state championship game down at USM Gorham.
Both teams played incredibly though. Both teams put in absolutely everything they had. It was an amazing game to watch. If you get the chance to get to them this year, definitely take the time to go and see every state championship at the high school level you can. Support these kids.
Get ready to go here. Evan Grady on the call, Chris Wheeler here on Muncie Media.
All right, starting this first set out, Megan Carver on the serve for the Tigers. Ball putting up by Van Dorn and over by Grindle. Gardner coming up with a little collision on the front line there. Van Dorn and Grindle putting it back over. Carver up. Chadbourne with a spike over by Montel for the first point of this set.
Yeah, that's going to be definitely one thing you're going to see tonight as Yana has taken over the outside hitting role most of the part for Grady that graduated last year, who's down playing at Central Maine Community College, and what a season they are having down there.
Carver again on the serve from Young and Van Dorn. Grindle putting it over the net. Montel from Chadbourne, and Montel once again over the line for another point. Tigers starting this out strong with a 2-point lead. Carver with the serve from Beal and Van Dorn. Grindle setting the ball over the net. Carver and Anderson putting it over, just got away from Van Dorn, dropping down inside. Tigers taking the third point here. And we're gonna get a timeout from the Ellsworth Eagles. We'll be taking a short break here to get a few of our sponsors. We'll be right back on Muncie Media.
Strategic Real Estate Services, serving all buyers and sellers. 2 locations, 335 Water Street, Gardner, and 83 Kennedy Memorial Drive, Waterville. From residential to commercial, solutions and strategies that equal results for you. Visit strategicreservices.com or call 485-1105.
Where the Tigers are taking on the Eagles here at home. Both teams coming back off the timeout from the Eagles. Ball's going to be in the hand of Gardner. Senior Megan Carver once again on the serve, now on a run. Ball clears net. From Young and down for an ace.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Ellsworth just needs to get into a rhythm of making sure we get the ball to the setter. And as I was talking to Megan Carver, as she works at Northeast Nutrition, one of our major sponsors, and she said this Ellsworth team's really strong. Once they get into a rhythm, it's probably going to go into either a fourth or a fifth set tonight.
Speaking of Carver, another ace there for their 5th point of this first set. Carver once again on the serve. Ball clears to Young and put over by Peary. Point will go to the Eagles. Ellsworth now looking to get into a rhythm. Ava Van Dorn on the serve for the Eagles. Ball clears the net. Dug up by Carver. Montel almost putting the ball up here in the booth.
That was pretty funny. We actually both flinched.
Just a little bit, just a little bit. Ball came in a little hot. Ellsworth taking this 2nd point. Van Dorn again on the serve. Ball a little short into the net. Ball will roll back to the Gardiner side. Lila Anderson now on the serve for the Tigers.
There's me, Cam Chadbourne.
Excuse me, that is Cam Chadbourne. With the serve over the net. Deep back. Eagles now with ball in hand. Naleski now coming in for Young. Riel Grindle on the serve. Ball clears the net. Drops back a little far behind the back line. Tigers taking the point. Now 7-3. Gardner with a 4-point lead here. Julie Folsom, the libero, on the serve. Ball is up and clears the net from Beal and Harmon. Naleski putting it over. Carver and Chadbourne, and Montel getting a little low into it. Ball coming to the bottom side of the net. Eagles will take the point. Number 22, Jocelyn Scully, libero for the Eagles, now on the serve. Ball clearing. Ball from Folsom, up and over, battle on the net. Beal and Harmon putting it over the net, a little bit far outside this near side line. Tigers taking the point. Gianna Montel now on the serve for the Tigers. Ball is up and clears. Quite some velocity on it. Ball ends up clearing the back line of the Eagles. 8-5, Gardner still with the lead. Olivia Harmon now on the serve. Ellsworth clears the net from Montel. Chadbourne putting the ball behind the Ellsworth back line. Harmon once again on the serve. Montel and Chadbourne. Put over by Carver and returned. Chadbourne sets up. From Mark and over.
Looks like Tiffany Olette's going to take a timeout here, talk to her Tigers, and get them under control here as Ellsworth is taking a 5-point comeback. And just like I had said, once Ellsworth gets into a rhythm, it's game on.
Both teams definitely picking up the pace, but also picking up the velocity. I mean, in those last, I'd say 5 to 8 points there from both sides. Ball was definitely traveling beyond that back line fairly consistently.
Yeah, definitely. You know, you just got to get the ball under control, and you could very well see a couple of good volleys here. Just seeing the Tiger in here. Down in the far corner to our right.
Eagles now back on the court. Ball in the hands of Olivia Harmon. Our team set and ready to play. Ball is up. Clears the net from Montel, and Martin over the net with a sliding dig. You know, line violation on that.
Yeah, it's going to be a line violation as Danica went under the net.
Good aggressive play, a little bit, maybe a little too energized though. Montel and Martin.
Yeah, Danica gets that that more aggressiveness that she was last year's libero in that most of the season last year. And I mean, she's a feisty libero, but she's just as good as a middle back.
Harmon on a run, ball in the air and clears. Deep back, called off by Yana Montel from the Tigers. Danica Martin now on the serve for Gardiner. Ball is up. Clears the net. A dig out from Grindle to give Martin the ace. Tigers still holding the lead. Martin on the serve. Ball clears from Scully, and Van Dorn over the net. Martin and Chadbourne put over by Knowlton. Tigers taking the point. Ball is up and clears the net. Scully to Van Dorn setting. Beal puts it over the net. Martin and Chadbourne setting. Over from Carver. And a nice dig there from Olivia Harmon. Ball just on this near side line, called out. Martin now on a run. Ball is up and clears. Scully with the dig. Ball a little short. Tigers holding on to the lead. Ball is up from the Tigers. Clears the net shallow for another ace from Martin.
Yeah, it kind of, yeah. Ellsworth's going to take a timeout here. It seems as though want to attack the ball. Doesn't seem like most of the middle backs aren't, doing their jobs as they should be, and that was what caused that ace there by Martin. Talk it over. Get them a little bit out of their heads there. I mean, this game is going to go back and forth no matter what.
From what I'm seeing, it's going to be a game of communication and energy. Which team really wants it more and is willing to talk more? (14-9). Gardner with a 5-point lead here, halfway through this first set. Ellsworth definitely keeping up. When they start rolling on the points, they roll on the points. Tigers now coming back from the bench. Eagles as well. Ball still in the hands of junior Danica Martin. Ball clears. Scully putting it up. Van Dorn keeping it alive. Put over from Naleski. Beal battling on the net with the Tigers, giving them the point. The ball will roll to the Eagle side. Naleski now out for Lauren Young. On the serve. Ball clearing the net. Ball just short of Danica Martin, giving Young the ace.
That ball had like no spin on it whatsoever. As soon as it got over the net, it dropped.
See, they can throw knuckleballs here. Ball clearing the net from Folsom and Chadbourne. Carver putting it over. Young and Van Dorn setting. Beal with a tap over, but denied from Knowlton. Beal returning the favor to Chadbourne. Knowlton over, Beal again on the battle. Grindle putting it over deep back and out on this near side line. Great volley there, Tigers taking the point. Lila Anderson coming in for Folsom. And Camden Jennis coming in for Nora Knowlton. Jennis, sophomore, on the serve for the Tigers. Ball clears the net from Young and Harmon putting the ball over. Jennis and Chadbourne. We get a double hit from the Tigers. Ball's gonna roll back to the Eagles' side. Sophia Beal, sophomore, now on the serve for the Eagles. Folsom coming in for Jennis now on the Tigers' side. Beal on the serve. Ball barely skimming the net from Montel, Martin, and Chadbourne over. Beal gets it up. Eagles seem to spread away there. Tigers now take the point. 16-12. Gardner with a 4-point lead. Senior Megan Carver on the serve. Tigers clear the net. Ball from a dig from Olivia Harmon, just glancing off Grindle there. One of those accidents that definitely was meant to happen.
Grindle couldn't get a good laugh out of that one. She is just full of smiles because she had no purpose of getting that over the net there.
Van Dorn clearing the net. Folsom getting it up from Martin. And Anderson just shy, dropping into the net. Ball rolling back to the Eagles' side. Eagles chipping away to this Gardner lead. Van Dorn clearing the net from Carver and Chadbourne. Over for Montel, ball down and on the ground. Tigers taking the point. Cam Chadbourne on the serve for the Tigers. Ball clearing the net from Beal and Harmon. Over by Grindle. Chadbourne and Montel with a slam into the back far side corner.
That was perfect execution there by Montel. Pick a spot. There was something that we had mentioned last year about Lizzie Gruber's spike. Pick a spot, drill it.
And it seemed to be a working strat. Ball off the hands of Young coming down on the Eagles' side. Tigers still taking the point. Chadbourne once again on the serve for the Tigers. Chadbourne now on a run. Ball clearing from Young and Harmon, and battled up front by Peary. Got 4 hits there on the Ellsworth side. Tigers will take the point.
20-14 as you see on your screen. Trying a different setup this time, not a full production as short on crew, and just wanted to try out the new system.
Chadbourne on the serve from Young. Chadbourne once again. Young drilling it outside into the scorer's table. Tigers taking the point. Chadbourne holding on to this run. Lily Belanger now coming in for Lila Anderson on the Tiger side. Chadbourne's run of 5 continues with an ace, turning to 6.
I would hate to get in the way of that speed ball.
Yeah, I
Fastball.
can't imagine that would feel too well. From Chadbourne over Van Dorn and Beal. Young putting it back over for the Eagles. Chadbourne now sets and Montel drives it a little too far from home. Tigers will end up giving up on that run. Ball will end up in the Eagles' hands. Gardiner now with the largest lead we've seen with them so far, 8 points in total. And Riel Grindle looking to cut into that for the Eagles. Ball clears off the hands of Folsom, giving Grindle the ace. Ball will roll back to the Eagles' side. Grindle on the serve once again. Ball clearing. Off the arms of Martin. Another ace for Grindle. Slowly cutting into the Gardiner lead here. Ball clears the net from Grindle. Folsom putting it up. Chadbourne setting over, dancing the net, coming down. Gardiner now on set point. Lila Anderson now coming in for Lily Belanger for the Tigers. And Julie Folsom on the serve. Ball clears the net. Beal getting under it. Harmon over. Chadbourne and Folsom put over by Montel, kept alive by Beal, and down off the speakers. Gardiner taking this first set here at the John A. Bergolmi Memorial Gymnasium, 25-16. Great playing by both teams so far. We've seen a lot of energy, but we'll take it to break here, and we'll be back for more Gardiner volleyball after these messages.
Why waste valuable time and gasoline traveling around when you can enjoy one-stop shopping at Goggins IGA in Randolph? Goggins is locally owned by people you know and trust at the heart of our community. Goggins offers the convenience of one-stop shopping, in-store banking, a large selection of liquors and wines, and a full-service pharmacy. At Goggins IGA, you're in, you're out, you're home.
At a family's time of loss, making arrangements with those you know and trust can lessen the burden, so you may better focus on preparations and services. Family First Funeral Homes and Cremation Care's network of long-established, family-managed firms is here for families like yours, providing experienced and compassionate service throughout Central Maine. They are Lowry Brothers and Wheeler Funeral Homes in Fairfield and Oakland, Knowlton and Hewins and Roberts Funeral Homes, serving Augusta and Winthrop, and Staples Funeral Home for families in Gardiner, Maine. Each staff is experienced at accommodating the unique needs of the families we serve, as well as pre-arranging services for individuals. All of the Family First locations stay true to our traditions and commitment to the communities we've served for decades. Together, we join with you to celebrate lives well lived. Family First Funeral Homes and Cremation Care, where your family is our family.
At our firm, we have the client and only the client in mind. Our mission is to get to know and understand your needs, wants, and long-term goals. We want to help you develop, implement, and monitor a strategy that's designed to address your individual situation. We understand the challenges families face today. From managing debt to saving for college to retirement, these personal finance challenges can be overwhelming. Our commitment is to utilize all of our resources to help you pursue your goals. We believe in thinking out of the box, and we are not afraid to challenge conventional wisdom in our approach to financial services and preserving wealth. All of our energy, commitment, and efforts are focused on you, the client, and your satisfaction.
Told me just down here in front of us says we'll be getting Ryan Carver an ad, 30-second ad here coming up as we want to promote the Ryan Carver Driving School, Carver's Driving, here on Muncie Media. Here in the second set, Gardner takes the first set 25-16. You won't see it on your scoreboard, but we will have it up.
Ava Van Dorn starting the second set off for the Eagles. Martin, Chadbourne, and Carver clearing the net for the Tigers. Harmon and Grindle clearing for the Eagles. Chadbourne sets. It's a battle up front. Montel going for the dive there, ended up sending it up into the rafters. Ball coming down on the Gardner side. Eagles will take this first point, starting off the set.
There we go.
Van Dorn with the serve. Martin, and set by Chadbourne. Carver putting it over. Van Dorn putting it off the hands, ending up going back behind the Eagles line. Ball will roll back to the Gardner side.
That was like almost on cue. Talking about Ryan Carver.
Megan Carver on the serve now for the Tigers. From Harmon and Peary. Carver, Chadbourne, and Anderson going over the net. Harmon to Grindle, clearing. Folsom, Carver, and Montel over the net for the Tigers. Peary putting it out and inside the Gardner line. Ball will roll to the Eagles. Excuse me, I guess, the Tigers. From Grindle and Harmon over the net, Montel to Chadbourne. Montel putting it back to center. Beal sending it up, coming off the rafter and down just beneath the net, just outside the hands of Harmon.
And as we always mention each year, Gardner being one of those low-ceiling gymnasiums, everything above the playing surface is inbounds. So it could take a weird bounce off of a speaker like it just did, and the point would go otherwise. Wow.
With heat from Montel, ball going screaming into the center, past the Eagles. Carver now on a run. Tigers clearing the net. Young and Peary clearing the net for the Eagles. Montel in a set by Chadbourne. Montel coming over. Peary battling up front.
It's gonna be a net violation there.
Gardner on the defense there. Got a little too antsy up front. Eagles now on the serve. Brielle Grindle putting the ball up and clearing net. Folsom and Chadbourne. Anderson clearing. Harmon and Peary over. Carver and Chadbourne. Montel over again. Peary blocking up front. Montel with the deep set. Naleski clearing for the Eagles. Chadbourne now sets over. Anderson putting it for the Tigers. Off the hands of Peary and dropping down. Tigers taking the point.
Definitely a misjudgment there. Just thought it was going to head over the net. It did not. Dropped right in front of her.
5-2 now. Chadbourne on the serve for the Tigers. Turned back over. Montel putting it over and a little deep back. Putting the ball back in the hands of the Eagles. A lot closer of a game here in the second set. Both teams definitely a little bit more on their game. Scully on the serve for the Eagles, off the hands of Martin, coming into the crowd for the ace. Junior Jocelyn Scully putting the ball over the net for the Eagles. Folsom and Chadbourne. Montel setting deep back once again, just outside the line. Ball's going to remain over here on the left with the Eagles. Scully once again on the serve. Ball is up, dropping down just outside the hands of Carver. Ellsworth now taking the lead. From Folsom and Martin, put over into the net by Carver, dropping down. Eagles now 7-5, holding a lead over Gardiner. Scully now on a run. Ball clearing from Folsom and Carver up. Chadbourne putting it over. High ball stays high. Harmon and Naleski putting it into the back corner of Gardiner outside of the defense. Now with a 3-point lead. Coach Tiffany Onolette with a timeout, and with that, we will go to break as well. We'll be back on Lansing Media.
Coaches and athletes know that teamwork is the key to success. At the Gosline Insurance Group, our team is comprised of knowledgeable, enthusiastic, and dedicated agency personnel who are committed to keeping our clients informed and protected. Featuring 9 agencies throughout the area, the Gosline Insurance Group is the largest locally owned independent agency group in Central Maine. As a trusted choice agent, we are dedicated to you and are committed to treating you as a person and not as a policy. This commitment means we will work for you and not the insurance company. So call us today and let our team put you on the path to success.
And we're back here at the John A. Bergoli Memorial Gymnasium, bringing you more Gardiner Girls Class B volleyball here on Munzing Media. My name's Evan Grady, joined here by Chris Wheeler. Rob Munzing running our game cam today. Again, we're glad to be back with y'all this season. Eagles now in the lead over the Tigers.
It's our only game here on the season so far. It might pick up a playoff game, but very depending on if Gardiner gets a home game.
Chadbourne setting up there. Didn't see anybody quite ready to send the ball back to the Eagles. Ball's going to remain on that side. Scully going on a commanding run now. A set from Carver and Chadbourne and put over by Montel, and we're going to get an in call. Tigers taking the point, bring it to a 3-point game. Julie Folsom, the libero, looking to cut into the deficit. Ball clearing the net from Van Dorn and Harmon, and out. Folsom doing just that, taking one tally away from the Eagles. 7-9.
And if that last name looks familiar, it should. As 2 of her older sisters started, our main key parts of this program here in Gardiner. Emily and Abby.
Ball coming down on the Ellsworth side off the hands of Scully. Tigers keeping the ball in hand now. 1 point away from a tie here. Julie Folsom again on the serve. Ball clearing net off the hands of Van Dorn. Harmon setting. Naleski going deep back. Folsom to center, set by Chadbourne. Montel putting it over. Van Dorn and Grindle going behind the back, going into the net. Ball dropping down. Tigers will take the point. 9-9. Folsom now on a run for the Tigers. Ball is up. Clears net. Grindle to Harmon setting. Beal putting it over, but blocked by Martin on the front line.
What a block there by Martin.
Especially with the difference in height, that matchup alone. Folsom putting the ball over the net. Van Dorn to Harmon. Grindle putting it over. Folsom to Chadbourne. Set across to Montel going into the net. Eagles taking the point.
Yeah, Montel missed that one just a little bit. Missed the timing on it.
Senior Olivia Harmon on the serve for the Eagles. Tie game here. Folsom and Chadbourne putting it up. Martin putting it into the back center. Van Dorn and Beal going into the net. Gardner with a good front line of defense. Yana Montel on the serve now for the Tigers. Ball clears net and put back over from Grindle. Chadbourne and Knowlton returning it to the Eagles. Van Dorn setting. Noleski deep back through the hands of Martin to the center of Tiger territory. Eagles taking the point. Young now coming in for Noleski on the Eagles side. Lauren Young, sophomore on the serve. Ball hitting top cable, dropping down. Tigers now have the ball in hand. Junior Danica Martin on the serve for Gardner. Ball is up, clearing net from the hands of Harmon and Van Dorn. Beal putting it deep back behind the Gardner back line. Tigers retaining possession here. Martin on the serve. Clears. Harmon, Van Dorn, and Grindle putting it back to the Tigers side. Chadbourne returning. Harmon to Van Dorn. Grindle once again off the cable coming down. Tigers keeping the ball in hand. Martin now on a run. Gardner now once again in the lead here, 14-11. Ball clears the net. Harmon, Van Dorn, and Beal setting over. Folsom in a set by Chadbourne. Carver putting it over, deep back off the hands of Young. Tigers keeping the ball. Lila Anderson coming in for Folsom. And out for Frith.
Another name that should sound familiar with Noelle Frith back in the 2018 first playoff appearance by the Tigers in program history.
This is her sister as well.
Yeah.
What a families that run through here. Huh? Defended on the net by Chadbourne and Knowlton. Grindle couldn't get it quite over to clear, causing a fourth hit. We're going to timeout from the Eagles from Coach John Dyer. Very aggressive gameplay. So the second set, we've seen much different energy all around.
Absolutely. I mean, both teams are more or less giving it their all. Like you had said earlier. It's just going to be a miscommunication and, miscommunication energy kind of play. Tigers are coming out playing strong. Eagles are coming out playing strong. And, I saw it a couple of times over here on the Gardner side where it was kind of like, uh-oh, what's going on? And, just got to communicate better. And you are looking across the way at the voice of the Johnny Bercoli Memorial Gymnasium, Josh Jenkins, who is a English teacher here at Gardiner. And I'll tell you one thing, that dude dresses to impress.
Oh, the stylish coat, bedazzled.
He's even got the bedazzled shoes.
Yeah, on the
Which
tips,
is
they're
crazy,
golden.
yeah.
High end, especially for around here. Martin on the serve, ball dropping down on the Gardner side. (16-12). Eagles looking to take away from this Gardner lead. Beal on the serve. Ball going deep back. Point rolls to the Gardner side. Jennis now coming in for Knowlton. And Anderson for Frith. Jennis on the serve, clearing the net for an ace off the hands of Harmon. Camden Jennis, sophomore, serving now for the Tigers. Ball clearing from Young and Harmon, put over by Peary. Jennis in a set by Chadbourne. Anderson putting it over. Harmon, Van Dorn, and Grindle clearing. Tigers keeping the ball in hand. Jennis now on a run for the Tigers. 19-12, 7-point lead here. Ball is up and clears net from Young and Van Dorn. Peary putting it outside the Gardner line. Gardner now in the closing portion of this second set. Looking to battle through it. Eagles looking to beat away the lead. Jennis clears net on this inside line and out of bounds. Ava Van Dorn now with the chance to start cutting away at the Gardner lead. Ball clearing net off the libero Folsom's hands, set by Chadbourne, and over from Montel. Van Dorn, Grindle, and Harmon clearing. Martin and Chadbourne setting over. Anderson putting it deep back. Young, Harmon, and Grindle keeping it alive. Chadbourne trying to get it up and over, bounced off the net. Martin came down on it, just didn't quite have enough to get it up and over, ended up going underneath. Van Dorn on the serve. Ball clears, rolls off Martin, and a set by Montel. And we get a double hit on Gardner there. Van Dorn on a run. Nearly 5 points from closing that gap with Gardner. Ball clears the net from Martin and set by Chadbourne, high center. Montel clearing. Van Dorn and Harmon put back over from Peary. Great dig there from Montel. Harmon and Grindle putting it over the net for the Eagles. Ball down in Tiger territory, cutting the deficit to 4.
Yeah, these Eagles are definitely battling back, and you know, I'm sure they don't want to give up. They sure as heck don't want to let that gap go more than 6 or 7.
On the Eagle side here, Harmon. And ball clearing from the Tigers. Anderson over. Harmon to Peary. Martin clearing. Beal. Over the net, but outside the line. Tigers taking the point, bring it 21-16.
Anderson, just a freshman on this front row here, has definitely shown her her ability to play.
From Chadbourne, Montel with a powerful hit over, kept alive by Young. Harmon and Grindle putting it over. And alive from Gardner. Montel setting, as well as Chadbourne. Montel returning it back. Blocked up front from Brooke Peary, coming down on the Gardner side. Eagles definitely not letting this get away from them now here at the closing portion. Grindle on the serve. Ball short from the Eagles. Tigers now with the ball in hand. Chadbourne on the serve for the Tigers. The ball is up and clears the net. Glancing off the hands of Van Dorn for an ace for Cam Chadbourne. Belanger now coming in for Martin. Chadbourne on a run. Ball clearing the net, and we're going to get an out call just outside the Eagles' back line. Libero Scully now on the serve for Ellsworth.
You can tell how many games we've called before.
Too many Eagles, too many Eagles. We're going to get an in call, bringing us to set point here for the Tigers.
I was actually talking to one of the Tiger football players earlier. We got talking on how many Eagles mascots there are in the state of Maine, and I was like, a lot.
Nolan over the net for the Tigers from Grindle, Harmon, and Naleski putting the ball deep back out behind the Gardner back line, closing out this second set, 25-18. Tigers here with the lead, 2-0. We'll take a short break and come right back. Just more volleyball action here on Munzing Media Sport.
Elliott Office Products is a family-owned business that has been around since 1985. Grampy Charlie started the business as a service technician, and it has evolved into a full-servicing printing company. From simple copies to full logo design, we offer it all under one roof. Located in Farmingdale, Maine, we are at the heart of many different communities. We love assisting new and existing customers with any of their printing needs. Stop by, call, email, or send us a message on Facebook. We would love to help. At Randolph Hardware, our game plan is simple. We offer way more than just hardware, but it all starts with a promise. We have what you need and always with a smile. We have a huge selection of paint, plumbing, electrical, and gardening supplies to help you complete simple projects to major home renovations. We also offer a rental center, factory authorized power equipment repair, and the best tool selection around. So stop in today and let the Randolph Hardware team help make your project a winner.
Financial institution to entrust your hard-earned money to, bigger is not necessarily better. Will you be noticed? Will you be heard? At Gardiner Federal Credit Union, our members aren't account numbers, they're our friends and neighbors. Each member has a vote, a voice. What matters to you matters to us. Lending decisions are based not solely on your credit score, but on who you truly are. We work diligently to end hunger. We volunteer in our local schools and throughout the community supporting neighborhood events. We are local people making local decisions, investing in our members and giving back to our communities. Gardiner Federal Credit Union, where your money has a voice.
Helping people is kind of ingrained into me. I am so glad that I chose to be here. It's a really great program.
Primary dental in the heart.
The instructors are super helpful.
They really do set you up to be successful in the field.
The new hospital simulation lab here at CMCC is a great addition.
It's as close to replicating real life as you can get.
We did an IV lab.
With a mannequin.
And we welcome you back to the John A. Bergoli Memorial Gymnasium, coming into the third set of Gardiner Class B volleyball action here on Munzing Media. I'm Evan Grady, joined here by Chris Wheeler, Rob Munzing running our production. Again, thank you to you all for watching tonight. We're glad to be back. Gardiner taking the lead now, 2-0, 25-16, and then 25-18 in the second set. Very much aggressive gameplay there in the second set. Both teams definitely waking up a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, both teams are showing a lot of energy. I'm sure Ellsworth, like I was saying in the pregame, Ellsworth was, they may be ranked at number 10. But this team is strong, and this team, they don't like to lose. Their record does not show it. I mean, the same goes for Gardiner.
Well, I'm sure, especially rolling in off the, hour and a half drive from down east.
Yeah.
I'd imagine shaking the bus legs it's definitely necessary, and we've definitely seen that, because as it came into the end of this first set and starting into the second set, definitely the energy increased. And now we're seeing it now here in the third set. Our first point here is going to be going to the Eagles. We're going to get a double hit from Gardiner. Van Dorn on the serve for Ellsworth. Ball clearing net from Folsom up in the air. Chadbourne high and off the rafter just behind Folsom. Ball lost in the sky for a moment there. Ellsworth with 2 points now starting this third set. Van Dorn still with ball in hand. Ball clears up from Carver and Chadbourne. Set over by Montel. Young, Harmon, and Peary putting it over. And we're going to get an outside call. Tigers taking the point. Chadbourne on the serve now for the Tigers. Had an impressive run at the end of the last set.
Yeah, like I was saying, you get up those 6 points, and it's tough to bring it back.
Ball high off the hands of Young, coming down behind the Eagles line, giving Chadbourne the ace. Tying it up, 2-2. Chadbourne now on the serve once again for the Tigers. Ball is up, clearing net from Young and over. Anderson putting it back to the Eagle side. Harmon clearing. Folsom and Montel. Harmon with a light set over. Montel caught it, put it back. Harmon with the set. Grindle clearing. Chadbourne to Montel with a powerful hit. Van Dorn keeping it alive. Chadbourne with another set. Montel once again hammering the back center line of the Eagles. That's been a pretty sweet spot for her tonight.
She definitely has practiced that in the off season since the state game, because one, that shot has gotten stronger, and she's gotten a lot more precise in where she wants that ball to go.
Definitely seeing it a lot more in the back center there. It's almost like that from that inside corner, she knows right where it needs to be. Little miscommunication between two there on the Eagles side. Ball rolling back to the Tigers for the point. Chadbourne on a run now. Run of 4 to be precise. Ball clears the net. And we're going to get an in call, giving us an ace on the Tigers side.
Yeah, it looks like these Ellsworth Eagles are just not communicating well with each other. You know, that definitely could be a killer. Coach John Dyer's over there talking to him, telling him, hey, you need to talk to each other, make sure you know what you're doing, make sure what your role is, and just get it done.
Chadbourne now up 5 points, putting that run to a close as the ball comes outside on this near side line. Eagles now with ball in hand. Nileski coming in for Young, and Carter coming in for Grindle. Shaylin Carter, senior, serving now for the Eagles. Ball hitting net, dropping down. Tigers now with the point in hand. Really Folsom with the serve for the Tigers. Up from Grindle, and Harmon. Grindle again to the center for the Tigers. Chadbourne, Folsom, and Montel driving it home. Harmon now setting Nileski, putting the ball deep back and outside the Gardiner line. Folsom once again on the serve. Gardiner leading now 7-3. Ball is up and clears. Beal, Harmon, and Beal setting over. Chadbourne to Folsom. And just a tap over from Martin. Peary putting it, trying to get it back behind Gardiner, just off the hands of Chadbourne, dropping down behind the Gardiner defense. A little bit out of reach of anyone nearby. Ball's gonna roll back to the Eagle side. Scully now on the serve. Ball clearing. Set over by Martin. Beal, Van Dorn, and over the back from Harmon. And a powerful hit from Montel up front as she drove towards the line off that set from Chadbourne. Absolutely hammering into Harmon there. Ball dropping down. Tigers keeping the lead. Anna Montel now on the serve for the Tigers. Ball glancing net, kept alive by Nileski. Harmon and Beal putting it over. Chadbourne and Martin over the net off the hands of Grindle and Van Dorn. Tigers keeping the point. Montel once again on the serve.
That was definitely a weird hit for Danica, as that ball was shifting. She's a right-handed hitter. That ball was shifting the opposite way than what it was supposed to be. Tried a little bit of English on it, I bet.
Martin once again battling up front on the net. Tigers keeping the point. Montel now on a run. Gardiner leading 10-4. Ball cleared from the Eagles back to the Gardiner. Martin putting it over. Nileski into the empty near side back corner of the Tigers, giving them the point. Perfect placement there by Nileski. Harmon on the serve, kept alive by Montel, Chadbourne, and Carver to center. Grindle, Van Dorn, and Beal putting it over, away from the hands of the Tigers. Harmon now serving for the Eagles, looking to cut away at this Gardiner lead. Ball clearing to center from Montel, Chadbourne, and over by Martin. Grindle putting it up. Harmon and Nileski clearing with a set. Chadbourne to Folsom. Martin setting over. Scully, Harmon, and Nileski once again. Martin battling it out. And the third hit came from Megan Carver there. It wasn't quite enough to get over the Eagles' net. Harmon on the serve. Ball clearing. Glancing off the hands of Martin as she kind of leaned over for that one. Ball got away from her there.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Olette's going to sit down the Tigers and have a little chat. As again, Ellsworth is battling back. Once they get into that rhythm, when they're serving, they get into that rhythm, it's game on.
Olette also potentially looking to freeze Harmon now just to stop that groove here.
They just want to let all the fans know, watching on Munz Media tonight, Rob and Jim Palmer will be on the call for Skowhegan at Gardner here at Hoke Field. Friday night, 7 o'clock, kickoff. We'll have the call on that. Pre-game starting at 6:45? It's senior night. So probably have a little bit earlier. There's quite a few seniors on that team. But yeah, Munz Media Volleyball right now. Tiger football on Friday, 7 o'clock.
Both teams coming back from their huddles here. Harmon still with ball in hand for the Eagles. 10-8, only trailing by 2 now. Eagles looking to battle back. With a powerful hit, clearing net. Montel, Chadbourne, and Martin clearing net for the Tigers. Harmon in a set by Van Dorn. Beal, the light set over. Looking to misdirect Gardner. Martin looking to hammer it away. Ball ends up hitting net, dropping down. Eagles still hold the ball. Harmon on a run now. Ball clears from Martin and Chadbourne. Martin putting it over. Once again, a little low. Tie game now. Eagles and Tigers are on the same playing field now. Squared away just before the halfway point of the third set, excuse me. Harmon on the serve. Dug up by Montel and put back over. Harmon keeping it alive. Grindle up as well, off the hands of Beal, dropping down.
Just want to let you all know at home, if you're on Facebook, don't click on any links. Now all they want is your credit card information.
Or worse. Gardner now with the ball in hand. Martin on the serve, 11-10. Scully, Noleski. And Scully once again setting over. Montel, Chadbourne, and Knowlton coming outside this near side Eagles line. And once again, we're back to tie. Young now on the serve for the Eagles. Clearing the net from Folsom. Chadbourne and Montel with another hammer hit to center. Young trying to keep it alive. Ball ends up going a little far away from the hands of Scully. Jenness now coming in for Knowlton. Jenness clears net from Harmon, Van Dorn, Beal into the net.
Quick scoring update from Hoke Field. The Gardner field hockey team took on Levitt and won 2-1. Got that score as the girls are coming in just behind us up here in the little gym.
Ball coming down outside here on the Eagles side. Gardner now leading 14-11. Jenness now on a run. Looking to extend it. Trying to give Gardner some breathing room here. Ball clears. Up from Young. Van Dorn. Back over and across to Grindle. Chadbourne sets for Gardner, put over by Montel, Scully, and Beal. Grindle with a tap over. Martin in a set by Chadbourne. Anderson to center. Scully, Van Dorn, and Grindle. Chadbourne sets. Carver.
Gonna be a line violation on Gardner.
Carver coming in a little hot. Got a toe over that center line there. Eagles now with the ball in hand.
Carly Weaver here on the serve.
Ball clearing the net from Montel, Chadbourne, and Carver. Harmon, Van Dorn, and Grindle. And a dig by Montel. And just a finger roll up and over the net from Chadbourne there, giving Gardner the point, bringing it 15-12. Weaver now coming out. Beal coming in. Carver on the serve for the Tigers. Ball clears the net. Van Dorn and Peary going over. From Montel, ball coming off the hands of the Eagles. Carver now again on the serve for the Tigers. Martin now out, Frith coming in for the Tigers. Ball clearing from the Tigers. Young, Van Dorn, and Grindle. Dug up from a diving Carver there. Ball drops down to the Gardner side. Eagles taking the point. Van Dorn now on the serve. Only trailing by 3. Van Dorn looking to cut away. Ball clears the net from Frith and Folsom. Montel putting it over. Beal in a set by Harmon, over by Grindle. Set from Chadbourne, over by Montel. Off the hands of Beal, dropping down. Point will roll back to the Gardner side. Cam Chadbourne now on the serve. Just gonna do a quick shout out here, say hi, Mom. Started watching the stream. Want to thank all of you for watching the stream, actually, especially you from Ellsworth who can't quite make it here. We're very happy to be able to get these games out to the parents that can't quite make it. We're always happy to get your kids out to you. I mean, it's definitely important, you know. (17-15), Eagles ball. Naleski now coming in for Young, and Carter coming in for Grindle. Carter on the serve. Ball into the net, dropping down. Grindle now coming back in. Ball going back to the Gardner side. Folsom on the serve. Ball up from Van Dorn and Harmon. Peary putting it in. Knowlton kept alive by Montel as Peary putting good defense on the front line. Naleski putting it back. Folsom, Chadbourne, and Montel with a hammer to the back center once again off the hands of Beal, dropping down. Tigers taking the point.
She has perfected that cross shot.
From the outside to the center.
From the outside of the center. It's crazy how much you've seen that change over the 4 years that we've been covering this. Or 3 years.
Hopefully 4. Ball going over from Van Dorn on the Eagles side. Folsom, Chadbourne, and Montel. Another hammer hit to the back center. Naleski and Harmon putting it over. Chadbourne to Montel once again with the set to slam combo. A little bit far outside this time, a little deep back. Ball will go up to the Eagles.
I like that, the set slam. And I like that.
It works, that works. Scully with the ball over. From Carver and Montel over the net. Deep back on the Eagles line. Ball's gonna remain in the hands of Scully for the Eagles. Once again at a 3-point deficit here. Eagles looking to cut away. Ball clears net. Folsom and a set from Chadbourne and a hit from Montel going outside this near side line.
Seems like Yana just needs to take a little bit of power off of that. Let it play it out.
Ball clearing net. Nolan putting it over. Harmon. Beal with a set to center. Folsom and Montel now going over the net. Harmon, Naleski. Nolan getting a hand on it. Ball ending up going in a unanticipated direction. Tigers taking a timeout now. 19-18 score here. Gardner just barely in the lead. Looking to drive this one home. But we'll take it away and we'll be right back after a few short messages here on Munsing Media.
The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation is proud to support Munsing Media's production of live streaming high school sports. We recognize the hard work and dedication of Maine's high school student athletes, and we applaud Munsing Media's pioneering live streaming efforts. The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation.
Since 1892. And it changes the game, 35-26. This has been a wacko affair.
Donna's boy?
And we're back here. You're just taking a look at Hutchinson's Family Sports Foundation's ad with a new graphic on the back with game against Edward Little. It was an interception return for 101 yards. Didn't set a school record, but it was definitely impressive to be there and watch it.
With 1 yard off from a school record?
6. 108 by Mike Stebbins back in 1975. 1970, 75, 70. Getting the fed information by Rob Munsing.
Scully putting the ball over the net and deep back into Gardner territory beyond the back line. Gardner holding the lead.
The scoreboard back up.
I'll thank Rob Munsing being our archive for all the sports records here at Gardner. Ball clears net from Folsom. Chadbourne and Carver clearing. Scully and Harmon over the net. Folsom to Chadbourne clearing. Naleski going at it at the net. Ball bouncing off and going out of bounds. Tigers taking the point.
To add to that note you just made, Munz is a sports memorabilia in the brain. You know, I could ask him a question about anything Gardner Tigers related, and he'd probably know it.
Montel clearing the net, and just outside the line is called from Mr. Colvin down there on the back corner. 22-19. Gardner still with the lead. Bring a timeout here from Ellsworth. Just stay right here with it. Both teams going to their respective sides. 22-19. Only 3 points separating a fourth set or not here. Both teams definitely worked on that communication we've had.
Taking out the guard truss down here. Matt Colvin and Lisa Palmer. I think they might have Just had a little discussion on whether or not that ball was in or out. From up here, it looked in. But score is 22-19.
Ruling on the field stands.
Definitely a cool little piece of information is Kylie Boardman was down there doing some assistant coaching roles. As you see across the way, Coach Bill, Bill Boardman is down there.
Gardner now with another point. Yana Montel on the serve. 23-19. Gardner looking to seal this one away here. Montel clearing from Van Dorn. Beal and Naleski setting over. Chadbourne and Folsom up. Martin setting over to center. Van Dorn in a set by Harmon. Naleski just tapping over, kept alive from Chadbourne and Montel. Carver getting it over the net. Beal sets for Harmon, and sets over. We got hands from Folsom, Chadbourne, and I think maybe Montel as well on that as it hit the ground. Ellsworth now with the ball in hand. Ball clearing the net from Harmon. Montel returning. Knowlton coming over. From Naleski, Folsom, Montel. Knowlton and Beal battling it up front. Van Dorn putting it back. Montel there and ready. Martin over from Scully. Harmon up high, and Grindle putting it over the net. Folsom into Chadbourne, trying to get the ball away, kind of turn that shoulder. They're going to call a double hit on that.
Just want to thank the Gardiner All Sports boosters as they have fed us tonight and just get a little bit spooked behind us as they dropped off a quesadilla for us.
Oh, quesadilla? No, I thought it was nachos. Nice. Wonderful ladies down there. We always have a good time when they're here.
It's a quesadilla.
Beal battling back for the Eagles, closing the gap once again, 23-22. Might turn into a real nail biter here, determining the fourth set. Harmon on the serve, still here for the Eagles. Ball clears from Montel, Chadbourne, and Martin. Set by Grindle, Van Dorn, and Naleski coming into the net, bringing us here to match point for the Gardiner Tigers, 24-22.
And who but Danica Martin to be serving this?
Martin here on the serve, looking to put this game away. Ball clears net from Scully, Van Dorn, and Naleski. To center from Folsom, set by Chadbourne, and Knowlton putting the ball a little bit outside the far side Eagles line. Ball's going back into the Eagles' hands here. Young now coming in for Naleski on the Ellsworth side. Young on the serve as well.
Ellsworth is definitely not giving up on this one.
Ball clears the net. Folsom. Chadbourne and Carver over. Young in a set by Van Dorn. Grindle putting it over. Montel looking to get to it, but the ball is just outside of reach. Ended up putting it into the Gardiner stands, bringing this to a real nail biter at set point for the Eagles and match point for the Tigers. Grindle putting the ball over, off to Gardiner, hands dropping down outside the back Gardiner line, closing out this third set here. Well, as actually
it's a win by two situation here in the third set.
It's the true set point here now for the Eagles. Tigers needing to battle back. Young on the serve. From Martin, Chadbourne, and Montel clearing. Harmon, Van Dorn, and Grindle. Montel keeping it alive. Folsom. Chadbourne over. Harmon, Van Dorn sets. Grindle to center. Montel. Set from Chadbourne and put over by Montel. Van Dorn putting the ball up. Grindle brings to back center. Chadbourne sets. Knowlton putting it over. Grindle returning the ball back. Martin and Montel. Ball set over by Beal. Montel keeping it up. A set by Chadbourne and another one to go over from Carver. Young, Van Dorn, and Grindle. Kept alive from Megan Carver. Set over by Martin. Van Dorn putting it over. Chadbourne sets for one more from Montel. Folsom. And Carver over off the hands of Martin. Ball dropping into the Gardiner bleachers, bringing us to a fourth set here at the John A. Bergoli Memorial Gymnasium. The Ellsworth Eagles taking it 26-24. We'll be right back to more volleyball action.
And execution. Let Gosline Retirement Planning coach you into a confident retirement. Here at Gosline Retirement, we provide that proper planning and help you utilize a step-by-step approach on all facets of your retirement planning. We provide guidance on income planning, wealth management, understanding taxation, Medicare and long-term care, and legacy and estate planning. We pride ourselves on working hard for those who have worked hard their entire lives. So, schedule your appointment today and let the team at Gosline Retirement Planning put together a retirement game plan for you.
If you want to boost your energy, metabolism, and nutrition, try one of Northeast Nutrition's 85 energizing teas. Fruity, made with natural aloe, stevia, and herbal and green teas. Or have a low-carb 200 to 300 calorie shake for breakfast or lunch. Choose from over 50 flavors like Fluffernutter or Pumpkin Turtle Cheesecake. Northeast Nutrition also has customized protein iced coffees, caffeine-free options for the kiddos, and specialty drinks for athletes. Northeast Nutrition, 599 Main Avenue, Farmingdale. Follow on Facebook at Northeast Nutrition and Energy.
And back here for more volleyball action here on Muncie Media. As the Tigers go into a fourth set for the first time since we've been streaming volleyball here in Gardiner, as a couple years in the past where we had Lizzie Gruber and Emily Grady at the helm. This strong, strong group of girls the last couple of years. You're gonna College. You've seen Ellsworth come back out onto the court here. Ellsworth definitely battled back on this one. Gardiner kind of let that go a little bit there in the third set. They were up by 9, and Ellsworth came back, tied it up 21-21. And then ran it to 26-24 there in the fourth set. So here we're gonna get going. And give it back to Evan Grady here on the call. So the fourth set be played to 15. Or no, it'd be played to 25. And the fifth set's played to 15, and that's a tiebreaker game.
Both sides squared away out here on the court. Officials certifying numbers here. Getting everything squared away here. up at the table. Little chest bump action here on the Eagle side.
Gotta get loose for this fourth set.
Keep the energy alive. Van Dorn here looking to start the set for the Eagles. The ball is up, clearing the net from Martin, Chadbourne, and Carver. Beal, and a set by Harmon, over by Peary. Chadbourne setting to Anderson. Ball clearing. Montel sets to Carver, driving the ball behind the Eagles' line, out of bounds. Eagles going to hold on to the point here.
Tigers up 2-1. And Ellsworth forced the fourth set here.
Chadbourne setting over behind the back there. Martin and Chadbourne once again with a set. Anderson putting it over. Beal and a set from Harmon, over from Grindle. Ball rolling up off Folsom. Montel keeping it alive. Martin back over the line. Grindle back to center. From Martin and a set by Chadbourne. Anderson over. Peary and Harmon keeping the ball alive. Great dig from Harmon there. Ball over from Carver. Young and Van Dorn trying to keep it alive, just into the hands of Peary. Couldn't quite clear the net. Ball dropping down. Ball rolls back to the Gardiner side. Megan Carver now on the serve for the Tigers. Ball clears net. Up from Beal, Harmon, and Peary clearing. Folsom, Chadbourne, and Folsom once again. Van Dorn, Harmon. Over from Peary, out of bounds behind the far side Gardiner line. Carver still on the serve here. Gardiner leading 2-1. Ball clears net from Beal. Harmon putting it up and set over by Van Dorn. Carver and a set by Chadbourne. Montel looking to, with the set and slam, came a little too low with the ball, ending up into the net. Eagles now holding possession. Both teams tied 2-2. Grindle now on the serve for the Eagles. Ball clears. Chadbourne sets. From Anderson over to Beal. Couldn't quite clear net. Tigers taking the point. Chadbourne on the serve. Ball clearing net from Van Dorn. Harmon and Martin getting up and over. Naleski returning the favor, putting it into the Gardiner center territory. Ball dropping down. Eagles with the point. Peary now coming out for the libero Scully. Tie game here, still 3-3. Ball clears, Martin. A set by Chadbourne and Montel over, just glancing the hands of Beal, dropping down in front of another Eagle. Tigers taking the point. Folsom now on the serve. Knowlton coming in for Anderson. Ball clears net. Scully and a set by Harmon. Put over by Beal, away from Gardiner defenders. Ball rolls back once again to the Eagle side.
Caitlin Dennison coming in here for Megan Carver. Caitlin just a freshman.
Harmon on the serve, clearing net from Montel, Chadbourne, and Martin to clear. Van Dorn sets to Beal. Chadbourne and Montel over the net. Van Dorn crosses it, Naleski over. Ball clearing. Van Dorn clears net from Beal off the hands of Folsom. Quite some velocity to it coming off the hands of Folsom. Harmon on the serve. Folsom there going for the dig, just a little short. Eagles now with the lead, 6-4. Looking to gain an advantage over Gardiner here early on. Ball going outside this near side line here. Tigers taking the point. Montel now on the serve. Carver now coming back in for Dennison. Got a Montel with the serve, ball clearing for an ace into a gap between the Eagles. Ball rolling back to the Gardiner side. Montel on the serve now with a tie game. Ball clears the net. Grindle putting it over. Martin clearing. Beal and Van Dorn looking to get it over. Knowlton was just there to tap that ball back down behind Van Dorn. Montel now on a run. Ball clears a little deep back behind the Eagles' back line. Young now coming in for Naleski on the Eagles side. Young with ball in hand, set to serve. Ball is up and over to center. Montel with the dig over, Knowlton tapping it as well. Harmon and Van Dorn setting over. Knowlton clears. Van Dorn sets to Beal, who looks to hammer it over. Knowlton once again there. Ball dropping down in front of Chadbourne. Young now on a run. From Folsom and Chadbourne. Martin putting it over. Young. And Van Dorn putting it up. Young driving it into the net, dropping down. Ball's in Tiger hands. Martin on the serve. Martin dropping the ball over. Harmon in center. Young and Van Dorn putting it over. Martin in a set by Chadbourne. Knowlton looking to get it over, but contested up front by Beal. Beal's been playing a very aggressive game up front for the Eagles as well. Definitely defending that net.
Yeah, there's a couple of strong middle hitters on this Ellsworth team where Gardiner doesn't have a lot of height. They have a lot of ups with Danica Martin and Carver.
Ball over. Blocked up front by Pieri. Weaver now on the serve for the Eagles. Ball clearing. Put over by Chadbourne. Van Dorn and Pieri putting it over, and a dig from Montel. Carver putting it over. Young and a set from Van Dorn. Grindle looking for the sweet spot and found it. behind the Gardner, back right corner there, back left corner there. Timeout on the Gardner side. We'll take a short break. We'll be back to more Gardner Class B volleyball after.
Strategic Real Estate Services, serving all buyers and sellers. 2 locations, 335 Water Street, Gardner, and 83 Kennedy Memorial Drive, Waterville. From residential to commercial, solutions and strategies that equal results for you. Visit strategicreservices.com or call 485-1105.
Why waste valuable time and gasoline traveling around when you can enjoy one-stop shopping at Goggins IGA in Randolph? Goggins is locally owned by people you know and trust at the heart of our community. Goggins offers the convenience of one-stop shopping, in-store banking, a large selection of liquors and wines, and a full-service pharmacy. At Goggins IGA, you're in, you're out, you're home.
We welcome you back to the John A. Bergoli Memorial Gymnasium. We're carrying on with this 4th set of girls volleyball. 8-11 is the score. Gardner trailing behind by 3. Ellsworth looking to beat into this lead. Grindle putting the ball once again into that back left corner of Gardner. Weaver on the serve. Montel and a set by Chadbourne. Over from Carver. Weaver putting it to center. Peary looking to get onto it there, but just kind of skipped away. Ball's going to roll back to the Gardner side. Ellsworth definitely hammering those back corners of Gardner, though.
Yeah, definitely, and I think they're taking advantage of the fact that Gardner's collapsing into the middle, and I mean, like you had said, the Van Dorn
Grindle there.
Grindle.
Van Dorn Grindle.
The Van Dorn Grindle package right there. They've been killing both these outside corners, and I think that's what Coach Willett was talking about in that last timeout we just had.
Van Dorn putting the ball into the hands of Grindle once again, but looked like she wasn't quite in that far side positioning. Ended up driving it into the middle, into net and down. Janice on the serve for the Tigers, bringing our points now 12-10. Gardner trailing by 2, looking to cut away from the Eagle lead. Ball clears off the hands of Young, giving Janice the ace. Janice once again on the serve. Ball clearing. Young. Van Dorn to Peary. Glancing the top cable, dropping down on the Eagle side.
We have a tie game again. Coach John Dyer is going to take the timeout this time. We're going to keep it right here, let you all know at home. We'll have coverage of high school football on Friday as Skowhegan comes down to Gardner, take on the Tigers. Have a 6:30-ish start, as that is senior night as well. Rob Munsing, Jim Palmer on the call for that one.
Both teams definitely coming out with the aggression here now. They're definitely a lot more neck and neck, trying to target each other's weaknesses.
Yeah,
it seems of it.
Absolutely. I mean, Ellsworth is targeting those corners, and Gardner's targeting their middle. So it's Ellsworth has a good coverage on their back line, whereas Gardner doesn't, and you know, they're definitely showing it here as it's back and forth, 12-12.
Defensively, it seems like Gardner's keeping one back center, and the rest are kind of collapsing forward, where Ellsworth's a little bit more, not necessarily scattered, but dispersed, I'd say.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
Janice clearing the net. Harmon.
Yeah, that ball collapsed off the rafter there.
Coming down off the hands of Grindle, dropping down. Janice now on a run for the Tigers, bringing them into the lead. Jennings on the serve, driving it to short center there. Chadbourne on the set. Carver trying to put it over, ends up outside this near side Eagle line. Ball now in Van Doren's hand. Folsom now coming in for Jennings. Van Doren with the serve, clears net from Folsom and Chadbourne. Martin calling it out. Harmon to Peary, coming off Anderson, Chadbourne. We're gonna get a carry call. As Anderson tried to get it up over, it kind of rolled with her arm. It almost looked like she kind of threw the ball there. Kind of one of those ones you can't really help, huh?
No, nope, can't help it one bit. It's gonna roll off your arm one way or the other.
Montel clearing net. Beal, Harmon, and Grindle. And a nice set over there from Chadbourne. Peary with the tip, and we're gonna get an out call.
Yeah, this is definitely different as
Gonna get a little conflicting call from the
conflicting
official
calls here on each side, yeah.
Yeah, from the officials to the line callers. We're getting a little discrepancy there. The ball's gonna end up back in the Eagles' hands, actually. Leading 15-13. Chadbourne setting to Montel once again, but driving it into the net, dropping down. Eagles retain possession. Van Doren on the serve. Ball clearing the net from Van Doren. Harmon putting it over. Anderson clearing as well. Back over from Beal outside the line on the far side from the Tigers. Ball now in the hands of Megan Carver, looking to cut further into this Eagles lead. It's a game of back and forth here. Carver putting it over. Chadbourne as well clearing. And we're gonna get a double hit call on the Eagles side. Carver on the serve, clearing. Beal putting it up. Harmon to center. Peary putting it over. Folsom in a set by Chadbourne. Montel coming in. Outside that cross court to the back corner. That Gardiner's trying to give the Eagles some of their own medicine there.
Yeah, Yana's a feisty outside hitter when it comes to that shot.
Grindle putting it over for the Eagles. Folsom, Chadbourne, and Anderson coming over, and we're gonna get off the hands of Harmon. Tigers taking the point. Carver now on a run with the Gardiner lead. Ball is up. Carver clearing the net. From Van Doren, Harmon, and Beal clearing with a set. Folsom. Chadbourne clearing over and out on this near side Eagles line. Ball's gonna roll back at the Eagles side. Naleski now coming in for Young. Grindle on the serve. Grindle clearing net. Dug up by Carver. Harmon to Naleski. Carver and Chadbourne and Anderson returning it. Grindle and Naleski keeping it alive. Chadbourne sets to Montel with another powerful hit, tipped off the hands of the Eagles. Montel again with another powerful hit, glancing the net. Harmon just setting it over. A little speed change there. Caught Gardiner off guard, putting it into center.
Yeah, the only struggle that Yana Montel is having is getting past Peary. She has got probably I'd say about 4 inches on her when it comes to height on the jump, and it's showing frustration for Yana.
Martin having a little collision down there into the bleachers, coming out all right.
I've seen that happen before last year with.
That might have been, was it Folsom running into the
Yeah,
table?
it was Folsom running into the table. That had a sign up just above it all year.
Definitely close quarters here at Gardner. But glad she's all right. Shaking it off like nothing happened, digging up for that ball. Harmon now setting for Naleski. Set from Carver and Chadbourne. Anderson driving it into the net on the Gardner side. Point will roll back to the Eagles. Now with a 3-point lead, 20-17. Looking to extend that further as they come into the closing portion of this fourth set. Ball short, dropping beneath the net. And Chadbourne looking to relive that second set here. Driving it back home for Gardner. Ball clears the net. Off the hands of Beal from Chadbourne for an ace. Bring the deficit to 1 point. Chadbourne putting the ball over and beyond the back line of the Eagles. Eagles leading 21-19.
Yeah, we have the correct score. It's 21-19 on the scoreboard. Or 21-19 on our scoreboard.
Chadbourne putting the ball over. Harmon and Harmon and Peary battling it out up front. Gardner nailing it back down.
Yes. Yes, the score is wrong. Twenty to 21. Yeah, it's the correct score. It's 21. No, it's 21-19.
It's 20 to 21.
Yeah, 20 to 21.
Yes. Sorry, trying to assist with the bench over there, trying to get the score right. It should be currently 19 to 21. Eagles with the lead.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. That would be correct. Yeah, we're trying to play the devil's advocate here. We're trying to. I guess they're telling us we're wrong up here. All right. Guess they're calling us liars up here, but that's all right.
Yeah, I have the.
We'll still have fun with it here.
Got an official timeout here. Down here on the left side. Not entirely sure what's going on. It's gotten awfully quiet in here.
Nate Stubber looking to keep some of our younger fans within some safe
control.
lines here. You know, didn't want them running out into the court. Chadbourne now on the serve. Ball glancing the net, dropping down. Tigers taking the point.
Yeah, it should be 21-21 right now.
They're going to read it off what's up there, though.
So
I guess they went through their books.
We'll go 22-20 on what they have on the scoreboard.
Perry putting the ball over and a double hit. Bringing us 23-20 Tigers.
As Tiger fans will take it. As broadcasters, it's okay.
Chadbourne putting the ball over with some heat. Grindle keeping it up. Chadbourne setting over. Harmon to Naleski. Folsom. And Montel dropping the ball inside, bringing Gardiner to set point. Match point here. Chadbourne looking to close this one out here. Ball is up and clearing net. Harmon and Naleski putting it over. Chadbourne, Folsom, and Montel setting over with a glancing blow off the net, dropping down, bringing the Tigers to 25 points, closing out this fourth set and the game here at the John A. Bergoli Memorial Gymnasium. Gardiner leading 3 out of the 4 sets. Both teams shaking hands now.
Yeah, and that'll move Gardiner to 8-4 on the season. We'll move Ellsworth to 6-5. As we bring in
both teams splitting off here. Exciting gameplay from both sides. We'll close out with a quick commercial break here, and then we'll come right back with our Capsis Pizza offensive player of the game and our Northeast Nutrition defensive player of the game after these messages from our sponsors.
Yes. Take a break. Watch Capsis in Northeast on Munz Media.
If you want to boost your energy, metabolism, and nutrition, try one of Northeast Nutrition's 85 energizing teas. Fruity, made with natural aloe, stevia, and herbal and green teas. Or have a low-carb 200 to 300 calorie shake for breakfast or lunch. Choose from over 50 flavors like Fluffernutter or Pumpkin Turtle Cheesecake. Northeast Nutrition also has customized protein iced coffees, caffeine-free options for the kiddos, and specialty drinks for athletes. Northeast Nutrition, 599 Main Avenue, Farmingdale. Follow on Facebook at Northeast Nutrition and Energy.
Don't feel like cooking dinner? Call Capsis Pizza in Farmingdale. You can make the whole family happy with our award-winning pizza, sandwiches made on fresh baked bread, delicious nachos, or salads made to order. And don't forget the whoopie pies. We pride ourselves on fast, friendly service and an overall experience that's better than you might expect from a pizza place. So order Capsis tonight. Pick it up, have it delivered, or enjoy our dining room. Give us a call at 582-0522 or enjoy the convenience of online ordering at capsispizza.com.
And we welcome you back here for the Gardiner All Sports Boosters postgame show here on Munzie Media. Definitely a strong finish to this one as the Tigers move to 7-4 and the Ellsworth Eagles move on to 6-5. Grady, final thoughts?
Well, both teams played spectacularly. Gardiner taking the first 2 sets, 25-16, followed by 25-18. Ellsworth battling it back, though, in that third set to keep themselves in it, ending up, 27-25 to end that third one?
26-24.
26-24, yes. And now, here we are now, 25-20 to end out the game. All in all, I think both teams played spectacularly on both sides of the line. Defensively up front, Ellsworth seemed to have their game down, especially by putting Peary and Beal up front consistently. On the Gardiner side, well, we had Knowlton and Anderson playing up front, as well as Montel on that inside corner. All in all, it was a spectacular gameplay.
Definitely a very strong Ellsworth team for being in the 10th seed with a 6-4 record coming into this tonight. They do not play their record. It definitely shows. Seeing this Ellsworth team come in, I know I watched them playing against Messalonsky, and Messalonsky's undefeated, and they gave them a run for their money. So we have a couple awards to give out. Caps's Pizza sponsors the player of the game with a 10-inch one-topping pizza. And that was going to go to Yana Montel. Yana absolutely destroying the ball on that outside corner like you had said.
And for our Northeast Nutrition, was it offensive player of the game?
Yeah, just Northeast Nutrition player of the game, yeah.
Their player of the game, we're going to give that one to Cam Chadbourne. She had a spectacular game across all 4 sets, especially from the serving position and setting. All around, she was just on par with her gameplay tonight.
Absolutely. So that's going to wrap up the broadcast here from the John A. McGroley Memorial Gymnasium. We'll have Tiger football on Friday night, possibly a 6:30-ish start, as they have some senior introductions to do as well. Rob Munzing, Jim Palmer on that call. So we're going to say so long from the gym. I'm Chris Wheeler.
Joined here by Evan Grady and Rob Munzing, running our production and game cam today, kind of.
Definitely a different setup as we've found out, but worked out in the end. So we're going to say so long, and we'll see you on Friday for Tiger football.